We've been to the Michigan Ghost Town dig site now 3 times, and we've brought home a lot of stuff. We spent most of the day today cleaning and researching a lot of these bottles. We have an antique show in town, and it is tomorrow. It's the last Sunday of each month. And what I think we're going to do is going to put some of these out and have a little yard sale. There's no way I can keep all these things, and we're just going to put them out and see if anybody bites and comes into the driveway and is interested. And I think we have some things that are of interest. These cobalt blue bottles, I think, tend to be pretty popular. Each one of these is like a milk of magnesia bottle. The really nice ones we are going to keep. But we've researched a lot of stuff here, and we got some really cool things going on. This little bottle here is a perfume bottle from, I think it's the early 30s, and they're quite valuable. Some of these are pretty rare, actually. Didn't realize it until we started looking at these. See these two things right here? These I was actually not able to find on the internet at all. I found the maker, but these particular bottles, I have no idea. I wasn't able to find them, but I'll put them out there and see if anybody wants to buy them tomorrow. These little mason jars, these aqua blue mason jars, are very popular. We have about 40 lids to match these things. Some neat cruets. 7-Up bottle that I think appeared in the very first digging video that I did. All these pop bottles seem to be very popular. Got a bunch of vintage 60s Coke bottles from the second dump site that I did not make a video of, but these Coke bottles, and there are equal number of Pepsi bottles out there too. We've got some really neat pop bottles. Some of these, like these Michigan made bottles, are from Muskegon, Knee High. I think those were from Kalamazoo. A number of milk jugs. Got some bigger ones back here. And these kind of like wine or liquor bottles back here. The vast majority of what we have found from the research we've done date from the 20s to the 30s, and then into the 40s and 50s. These juice jars, I think we have 1960s thereabouts, and this guy back here is actually the oldest thing we have found. It's a half-gallon mason jar. If you can see that in the video, it's got an iron cross on it, and those particular bottles date back to the 1890s. That's the only thing we could find with that iron cross on there. So got some really neat things. Again, I'm going to put just about everything that's on the table here out for sale tomorrow. These face cream bottles are really having a little trouble finding any information about these. The only thing I can find is the more decorative they are, the more valuable they are. I have a feeling some of these were made locally here. And the little bottles are pretty neat. Got an inkwell here with the stopper inside the bottle. This thing here is it's a 1930s vintage. It's called Duragloss. It was a nail polish. And the other things we can really just only speculate. But the neat bottles. Let's see, this little guy here has a stopper in it still. Didn't find too many that still had the stopper, but we got some of these older bottles that still have the Bakelite lids on them. So that's kind of cool. Most of these Bakelite lids just disintegrate as soon as you touch them, but some of them have survived. That one there is really, really fragile. This thing here, I'm not sure what it is, but it's a beautiful amethyst color. Looks kind of like a vase. I think we may end up keeping that one, but I wanted to put it in the video. This Tops soda bottle, I found Tops, but I did not find a bottle like this. I have no idea what it's worth. Put them out there for $6 or $7. So we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. I'll probably do a recap on this and see how well these things move. See if they're very popular or not. And again, we've only dug less than 20% of this site. And we probably left as many bottles behind as we actually brought home. So we've got a lot of digging to do, and it's very fun to find out that just the things that we're digging up out of the ground are actually fairly valuable. I mean, some of these mason jars and whatnot, $10 each. So it might turn into a lucrative honey hole we found back there in the woods. So we'll get back to you. We're not digging this weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. We're going to just go party with the family, do some barbecuing. But we are going to have a little driveway sale tomorrow as the antique show traffic comes zooming by our house. See ya.